Good morning. Today is April 5th. So we're going to be doing Proverbs 5. And this is warning against adultery. I gave you guys a little heads up about it yesterday. If you got the chance to check out the reading we did from yesterday from Proverbs. All of these Bible readings are done from a NIV Bible just to make it easier for, everyone to understand who wants better understanding. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just like so many distractions right now. And yesterday, as I listened back on the recording, you couldn't hear half of the interferences that were going on in my background with the microphone. I was so thankful for that. So with that said, I think I'm going to just, going forward, I'm just going to stay with the mic because it definitely cancels out like a lot of background noise. And the background be noising, y'all. But listen, right? Come here, my son. Pay attention to my wisdom. Turn your ear to my words of insight, that you may maintain discretion and your lips may preserve knowledge. For the lips of the adulterous woman drip honey. Her speech is smoother than oil, but in the end, she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet. Okay, so let me reiterate on verse 3, because my daddy just told me I need to reiterate on that, because somebody got lost in the sauce. They was like, what do you mean? Her lips drip honey. Right. So her lips drip honey basically means she's saying everything that your ears want to hear. You know, all that. I'ma suck you good. I'ma fuck you good and all that stuff. You know how y'all like to hear. Y'all know what y'all like to hear. Oh. Right. She gonna say all of that stuff that you wanted her to get your little boing boinging. But it's a trap, guys. I promise you it's a trap. Do not fall for it. So many unnecessary things could have been avoided had we just not fell for a lot of these fugazi traps that get set out for us. Like, shaking my head, shaking my heart, shaking my everything. Honey, they working overtime hammering these doors and ain't getting nothing accomplished. But hey. Her feet go down. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. Because literally, their goal is to... Because remember, right, when the enemy send people into our life, their mission is to steal, kill... steal, kill, and destroy, right? So, they literally will try to do that with our fruits of the Spirit. They're going to try to steal your joy, your patience, your happiness. They're going to try to kill those things. That's why the enemy that's why a lot of times, no cap, this is why a lot of times it seems like once you give your life to Christ, things just start, quote unquote, falling apart, because it's like the enemy does all of these corny tricks he pull out the bag to try to detour your faith in God and try to make you feel like God is not real. He don't love you, and all this other stuff. So he'll try to just make your life seem like it's not giving. And then you just like, yo, what? Because I could have stayed on the other side. Like when I was living in sin, I was getting money. I was eating good. I was doing this. I was doing that. And then when I give my life to you, God, I'm up here shaking a cup for change. Like, what's happening, Lord? And in reality, you know, that don't, oh gosh, it's so many things that need to come from those lessons. But okay, because two things take place when these type of events happen, right? One is our faith is being tested, right? And then the other hand is like, so the overall goal for the enemy, he wants us to focus on things we don't have, how things used to be. Like, okay, perfect example. Thank you, Daddy. With Sodom and Gomorrah and Lot, right? Okay. If you familiar with the Bible and that story, then you know Abraham, cousin Lot, right? They was living together. A lot was being acquired between the two of them, to the point where it was like, now mind you, Lot was only being blessed because of Abraham, but that's a different story. But anyway, so they had to part ways, you know what I'm saying? So they ended up parting ways. Once they parted ways, Lot, being carnal minded, wanted to stay in Sodom and Gomorrah. And yep, the angels, because the wickedness, okay, it was a lot of wickedness spewing out of Sodom and Gomorrah, to the point where this, because with God, sin stinks, right? It stinks. It's nasty to him. We don't stink. We not nasty to him, but our sin is, right? So our sin produces this foul aroma. Boom. That foul aroma was getting too stifling for him, to the point where he sent angels down to warn Lot, like, yep, this place got to get, it got to get dealt with. So I need you to gather up your troops and y'all go ahead and head out, because, baby, it's about to go down. And Lot's wife, they all were instructed not to look back. The angels told them, don't look back. Just go straight. Keep it moving. And Lot's wife, she looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt. Now, the actual equivalent to that modern day fast forward is when you give your life to Christ, right? So, okay, you're living in the world, you're sinning, right? So let's just say you're like a scammer or a stripper or a prostitute or a drug dealer or whatever, right? You know, you're getting easy, fast money. You know, so you're getting your easy, fast money, and, you know, you decide to give your life to God. And it's like, once you do that, it just seems like your money is just slow or invincible or, you know, whatever. And if you get too comfortable with the sense of reminiscing on how it used to be, you're gonna become salty and bitter. Y'all know how we say, oh, you salty. Right, you're gonna become salty and you're gonna become bitter. So then you're gonna start to create you're gonna start to create a resentment towards that relationship and that walk with God, because you're gonna be too busy focusing on how it was when you was a sinner. I genuinely hope this breakdown is helping somebody. I know it's sidetracked a little bit, but trust me, for the sake of souls, it's needed. I promise you it's needed. This is needed for somebody, and the person who need it, they definitely gonna get it. But anyway, so yes. Let us continue. She gives no thought to the way of life. Her paths wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Do not turn aside from what I say. Keep to a path far from her. Do not go near the door of her house, lest you lose your honor to others and your dignity to the one who is cruel. Lest strangers feast on your wealth and your toil enrich the house of another. And it's so crazy because prior to this, I was watching this movie from Ogongo TV. Yo, that's another channel. They are good too. Ogongo, Mount Zion. They work together, but they're separate. Yo, they be having some lit movies. So the one I'm watching right now, right, from Ogongo, I'm gonna put it in a playlist, but I'm actually gonna link it to this video for you guys if anybody is interested in watching it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's like a 2-hour movie, but for me, when it comes to these Christian movies, I'm not gonna lie to you, for like Mount Zion, Ogongo, and the other one with the guy, I can't remember his name. He's so funny. He's good too. But with them, I will spend 2 hours watching their movies because I know I'm learning mad valuable lessons and I'm getting mad revelations in the process. Versus if I just try to watch something useless for 2 hours, but okay, that'll be a podcast vlog thing for the eye gates and stuff, because baby, that ain't no joke either. Y'all keep thinking this stuff is a game. Life is so deep. This stuff is deep beyond what we see. And the minute people actually start really computulating that into their brain system, you will really understand how serious this stuff is. When you see certain people that be moving a certain way, and you might feel oh, they doing too much. No, you're not doing enough. That's the problem. A lot of our spiritual warfare and a lot of our problems in the physical happen because spiritually we're not doing enough. We're not. We literally try to do the bare minimum and act like God's supposed to just be tossing our rewards for it. I was about to get tight, but let me calm down because I see what just happened just then. Yo, I gotta stay on point. Because I see they be busy, man. They be trying it. But y'all, I really hope this person can get their life together. Why would you want to squeeze that in front of me? But look, y'all, let's continue. Right, let's continue. They love messing with me. Oh my goodness. Do y'all need me to read it over? Because I know I sidetracked a little bit. Let me start from 7, right? So just refresh everybody memory banks real quick, because I know I be sidetracking, but I promise they be worth it. Now then, my son, listen to me. Do not turn aside from what I say. Keep to a path far from her. Do not go near the door of her house, lest you lose your honor to others and your dignity to the one who is cruel. Lest strangers feast on your wealth and your toil enrich the house of another. At the end of your life, you will groan. And y'all know that because how many people got put on useless child support because of a greedy immigrant? Hey, I almost gave myself a stomach cramp about to turn up. Let me turn down. But y'all know. Y'all know. Ooh, y'all know. And that goes to the less strangers feast on your wealth. Because at that point, she was a stranger. She is a stranger. You ain't know that, lady. You still don't know her. Because if you knew her, you wouldn't have did what you did with her and had the baby with her, because you would have knew she was going to try to suck you dry. And not in a good way. Huh? That's the problem. Y'all be too busy trying to chase these bad itches. Sweetie, understand this. That bad thingy, it come with bad spirits, bad energy, bad karma, bad credit, bad mindset, a lot of other bad things, a lot of other bad habits. Maybe y'all should start looking for the good ones, huh? I'm just saying. Hello? Because once a good one is gone, she gone. Baby. I be. Better get them while they there. Because these bad ones, they growing on y'all by the second. And if you're not careful and spiritually discerned, you're liable to get roped off by her. I know that's a demon operating that vehicle. That thing just zoomed up a small side street just to go nowhere. And he close to people's cars. Child, these people, they just give driver's license to anybody. But it's a business, right? They want their money. They don't care if you could drive. They just want their money. And the more you can't drive, that's the more accidents. The more, it's more money for them, y'all. Because look, when you can't drive, that's more accidents, more hospital bills, more higher insurance rates. Come on, y'all better catch this stuff. Listen. You guys have to wake up. All right? Nap time is over. Wake up, guys. Let's start peeping and understanding the strategic plays that are being done to strategically keep us in a state of mind of stress, frustration, and all of these things. This is why I try to laugh a lot, guys, because if I do not laugh, I literally will be boiling egg on the top of my head all day. I don't have time for that. I do not have time for that. I know when I'm outside, it might look like I do that and I have time for that. But baby, no. I just need to keep the energy vampires away. Because them things is real too. Mm-hmm. Y'all be alert for them energy vampires. They out here lurking, looking for somebody energy to suck and transfer. You got good energy, they coming for you. And they want to transfer all their bad energy to you. You gotta protect your energy, man. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is deep. Y'all keep thinking it's a game. Yesterday, what was that? Yesterday or the day before, I told y'all this stuff is strategically planned, right? With the little Spanish witch with the baby stroller. That was from the second. Yes, that was from Proverbs 2. If you interested, check out the Proverbs 2 video, because baby, these things are strategically done. Now, mind you guys, I will say this, right? Every month, it's gonna be Proverbs again. Same thing gonna be read again every month, but new revelations will be televised each month. So that's the beauty of it. That's the thing I do love about it. Like, I get new revelations every month. And I've been doing this with the Proverbs since 2014-15. Yeah, and it has definitely helped me to the point where, like, for the fact that I've been doing it since 2014-15, and then to where now I'm just now getting to the point where it's all making sense, like a full circle. So guys, don't get discouraged or anything if you feel like, things are not happening for you overnight. But Bible study, understanding the Bible, your walk with Christ. Like, guys, this stuff is not no overnight thing. I did not get to this level overnight. I can promise you that. This has been in a long time in the making. Like, this has been a long time in the making. This is not no overnight 1, 2, 3. I just woke up and was like, oh, I want to start doing Bible study. No, baby, this is a long time in the making. I had to prep and prepare for this. And I'm still technically preparing and training for this, but I cannot allow me not being at the level that I want to be at to prevent me from doing what needs to be done. Because people need to learn and grow and hear this. And it's 2024. There should be no reason why we're still spiritually or mentally stagnated. It should be no reason why we're still without certain knowledge of certain things. And with the knowledge that I have with certain things, I actually just recently started learning a lot of the stuff that I started learning as far as in like with the spiritual stuff. Because one thing I could say about with the U.S. and churches and stuff, it's very poor. It's very poor over here. Very poor. The teachers are so poor. It's very poor. I feel like I was robbed, education wise, spiritually wise. I feel like I was robbed because there should be no way in the world why I've been going to church the years that I have and learned more about spiritual warfare and spiritual knowledge outside of the church versus inside of the church. This is stuff that should have been learned inside the church. And this is why a lot of believers are stagnated. Because we're not being fully taught about spiritual warfare. Nobody's actually breaking it down and getting it into people's mental memory banks that, guys, this is seriously spiritual warfare. Daily. Not Monday through Friday like a work job. A certain amount of hours. No, this is every day 2-4-7. Every day 24/7. We have to be aware. Like, this stuff is so deep, it's mind-boggling. But let me get back into this. Because my nose is acting up. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but Alright, guys, we're back. I found out how to pause it, y'all. It's over now. Don't do that, because when it comes to certain things, I'm like a grandma, but don't worry about it. It's okay. I know what I need to know. Shoot, what's wrong with you? Let's get back into it, because where I stopped at is the second half to the verse 12. But I'm just going to let's do 7. Let's start back from 7 again, because this needs to be understood and actually, like, it needs to be drilled into somebody's head. Now then, my son, listen to me. Do not turn aside from what I say. Keep to a path far from her. Do not go near the door of her house, lest you lose your honor to others and your dignity to one who is cruel. Lest strangers feast on your wealth and your toil enrich the house of another. At the end of your life, you will groan. When your flesh and body are spent, you will say, how I hated discipline, how my heart spurned correction. I would not obey my teachers or turn my ears to my instructors, and I was soon in serious trouble in the assembly of God's people. Drink water from your own cistern. Basically like your own spout. Running water from your own well. Should your springs overflow in the streets, your streams of water in the public squares? Let them be yours alone, never to be shared with strangers. So that 15 to 17 is just basically saying, worry about your own. Unless your stuff overflows into the streets and then it's in the public squares, right? But see, it's actually referring to a woman. And the reason why I say that is because in verse 17 it says, let them be yours alone, never to be shared with strangers. May your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth. A loving doe, a graceful deer. May her breast satisfy you always. May you ever be intoxicated with her love. My son, be Sorry, y'all. Verse 20. Why, my son, be intoxicated with another man's wife? Why? Embrace the bosom of a wayward woman. For your ways are in full view of the Lord, and he examines all your paths. The evil deeds of the wicked ensnare them, and the cords of their sins hold them fast. For lack of discipline, they will die, led astray by their own great folly. And look, Proverbs 6 is going to be warnings against folly and warnings against adultery. Like, guys, Proverbs speaks a lot about adulterous women. Proverbs 7 is about warnings against the adulterous woman. Proverbs 8 is wisdom calling. Like, you guys need to understand the depths of this stuff. Samson and Delilah. That is a famous, underrated story that needs to be significantly highlighted, because had Samson been obedient and not dealt with the tribe of people that Delilah even came from, had Samson not been overtaken by the spirit of lust and the lack of self-control, because it said that Delilah was beautiful. And even with her being beautiful, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how Samson didn't have common sense. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, every time I read Samson's story, it gets me tight. Like, bro, the lady's pegging you 800 times, asking you question. Not just any question, but she's specifically asking him about where his strength comes from. How does he get his strength? Why is he so strong? Broad, because I was about to say the other word. Girl, why you want to know so bad? Huh? Because at that point, my spidey senses would have been tingling. I'd have been like, bro, what you working with, the enemy or something? Like, why you keep asking me that? Why you keep asking me that? Like, I'm just trying to figure out discernment, common sense. Are these spirits? Because how Samson didn't have none of that. And Samson was loved by God. And Samson had a great calling on his life. Like Delilah, man, she stole, killed, and destroyed. Yo, we're gonna do, I'm gonna devy off a little bit from the New Testament, and I'm going to take you guys back into the Old Testament with that story with Samson and Delilah. Then it's another story. David's story is a little sad too. Yeah, because David, he had killed Bathsheba, husband. Y'all, the Bible be having some juicy stories in it. David had killed Bathsheba, husband, because he wanted her. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to be careful. Y'all be thinking it's cute to have a girlfriend that you got dressing crazy and presenting herself and, all this and trying to show off like, oh, my girl look good and my girl this and my girl that. Bro, imagine somebody up there plotting. Now they want her. They find out she your girl. Now you end up getting killed because somebody wanted her. Be for real. Like David killed Bathsheba husband for real. Sent that man out to a war and made him go stand in the front street and told, look, this how dirty David got with it. Yo, this was a true spirit possession, right? He sent the man to go do the war. Right? And in the process of going to do the war, he told the other people, the other soldiers that was in the war with Bathsheba's husband, he basically sent the note to them saying like, yo, when Buddy go out in the front street to go, boom, 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 y'all fall back. So basically David set it up to where Bathsheba's husband was like the only one fighting against mad people, and they boinked him off. They offed him right there. Bang. Because David wanted Bathsheba, right? And then he actually ended up getting Bathsheba pregnant. But she lost the baby because God was like, yo, you did dirt. So, my God, you did dirt. You did dirt. But he did bless him with another child, which was David. Yo, but listen, y'all, this stuff is so deep. And I really hope you guys join this journey, because if I can help it, it'll be fun. You're going to learn. You're going to hear a little bit of my life, think about your life, and we're going to life together, And let me tell y'all something. I don't care how I sound on these videos. Don't think I'll be like this all day, every day. All right? Because sometimes I have points where I wig out. But not like... Let me not say that like that. Let me revert. Like a perfect example. This morning, I don't know. I woke up super irritable. I don't know why. Because I went to sleep at a decent time. I got a decent amount of sleep. I'm like, what am I irritable for? I'm just trying to figure it out. Because like, I went to sleep with my Psalms playing and everything. So I'm just in a state of confusion. Like, why am I irritable? And I don't know. Like, I sat in there for a little bit. But then I was like, no, we're not going to do this. Because this ain't even my own. Like, where's this coming from? This is not my own. Like, this ain't mine. It need to go wherever it need to go. And luckily, it left me. But hey, that happens often. And I say that to encourage somebody from the aspect of like, don't think because you hear my bubbliness through these videos that it's always like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always like that. I still go through stuff. Heavy on the I still go through stuff. However, I'm not choosing to let it be the monkey stopping the show. Especially now that I'm like fully aware of what's going on. Because at first, I can't even lie, because something just never felt right about this stuff. I'm like, yo, this stuff has to be strategically being done, because there's no way in the world certain events are just boom, 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 and what? He tried to be slick. He on foot lurking. Buddy. It's, yep. But y'all, if y'all are true to this and not new to this, then you already know what time it is. Yeah, it's the wind down time, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this time we got to spend together. And man, just remember that every day is not perfect, but still try to find the good in what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, say for instance, I don't know, there's a lot of instances I want to give right now, but yo, it's so many distractions. It's not even funny. Oh man, and I'm just like slightly nosy, so I'm trying to like look around, be nosy, do this recording. Oh my gosh. Right, like you parked across the street and then got off on foot over here. He tried to be real slick. Cause he could have came and pulled up over here where we would have saw him. Oh, he tried to be sneaky deaky. But yeah, if you felt Jesus knocking at the door of your heart, that's my daddy. He love you. We love you. Look, let him in. Okay? It's probably cold and dark out there. That's why he at the door. Because listen, right? When the Bible refers to your house being in order and your house being clean, and your house being clean, and your house being clean, I gotta put my hand up so he know I'm in here. Keep it moving. Right, go across the street with that one. No, why you ain't go back up? No, why you ain't go up the block? Oh, because it'd be orchestrated, right? Like I said. Let us continue. He just want, brighten up the place, make it warm and cozy. That's all. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So listen, right back to what I was saying. In the Bible, when it refers to keeping your house clean and in order, newsflash, they do not mean your literal house. I know somebody probably be sweeping their life away right now, thinking that's going to get them into heaven. No, it's not. No amount of cookies, bake sales, none of that stuff is going to get you into heaven. The only thing that will get you into heaven is if you let Jesus Christ into your heart and you accept him as your Lord and Savior. Do it now. It doesn't matter what state you're in. It doesn't matter what you're doing or what you're not doing. He does not care about that. He will get you how he needs you to be in his time. Trust me, guys. Him working on us is a continuous process. He still work on me. Like, guys, listen. This is not something that you want to feel like you need to be perfect to do. Please, don't let that be your first class ticket to hell. There's too many people that's in hell right now wishing that they would have just did it when they had the chance. Because a lot of people who are in hell right now wanted to wait till the perfect time. They wanted to wait until they got their money right. They wanted to wait until they got X, Y, and Z in. All right, now you in hell. So now you got all the time you need to think about whatever was so important to you. But don't be one of the people in hell with a bunch of money sitting on the earth in a nice house that's super clean, but you in hell burning. Please. The same way we love clean, cozy spaces, so does Jesus. In our heart, that's his house. He can't live in it if it's dirty. So for the sake of your soul, for the sake of your spirit, let him in. I'm getting like super emotional right now, and I'm about to just like start crying like a big old baby. So I'm gonna go. But we love you guys, and I'm gonna figure out what's going on because I don't know, but I love you. We love you. Later.